Hi, this is Ian Westerman. I'm the head pro at EssentialTennis.com, where it's my mission to bring passionate instruction to passionate players, just like you. Welcome to episode number 29 of Ask Ian. Today we're going to be answering a question for ZE, who wrote to me and said, "Hi there, another question from a recreational player. When should I hit the slice, backhand or forehand? Most of the time, I hit it when I've got no other good option. I get to the ball too late and had to stretch myself. But is there a good time to hit a slice where I'd otherwise be able to hit a good forehand or backhand drive?" And he says there must be, because pros obviously do it from time to time. When is that? What factors into the decision? Okay, Z, good question. So yeah, what Z is basically saying is, yes, obviously I use a slice in defensive situations where I've been stretched way out, I'm off balance, I'm in a difficult spot, and it just makes sense. It's just the thing that kind of comes most naturally is just opening the racket and just hitting a slice, because technique is more simple. It's just easier to just get the ball back in play. But what other times should we be looking to slice? And that's a great question. There are other times where you should be looking to throw it in. And I've got three main opportunities here. First is change of pace, general change of pace. And this works especially well against the type of opponent who gets into a groove with his or her ground strokes very easily, where if you just hit drive after drive or topspin after topspin shot, this player starts to really get into a rhythm and can just start to blow you off the court. If they get the same type of shot at the same type of height, at the same type of speed, again and again and again, they get into a rhythm and all of a sudden they're just taking over baseline rallies. So as a general change of pace, it can be a really, really smart thing to throw in on either the forehand or backhand side. Generally speaking, I'm more of a fan of using it on the backhand side. I'm not a fan of using the slice on the forehand side in general. It's not to say it can't be effective, it absolutely can be. But I just feel that for so many players, because their strength is their forehand, you should be looking to capitalize on whatever forehands you get, especially if you're in balance and you're in control and you're able to hit a solid shot. That's kind of a little tangent there. Generally speaking, I think you should be looking for more backhands. But change of pace is the first thing that you want to look for, Z. Number two is to make a player bend. All other things being equal, slice shots tend to stay a little bit lower after the bounce, especially if you have purposefully hit it a little lower over the net with a good amount of backspin, and you hit kind of more of a knifing, biting backspin shot on either your forehand or backhand sides. We're talking 6 inches, maybe a foot over the top of the net, relatively aggressively hit, where you're kind of skimming it over the top of the net with a lot of backspin. Those are shots that will bounce, and compared to a drive or a topspin shot, will sit much lower. And so again, for the type of opponent that kind of gets into a groove on the baseline really easily, and maybe they're just teeing off on your topspin or your drive type shots, using a slice to lower their contact points can be really, really effective. So that's number two thing that you want to look for. And lastly, you can use a slice to draw an opponent forwards. And this could be in singles or it could be in doubles. When you have an opponent who is either really, really comfortable at the baseline and they're overpowering you, point after point after point, or they make it obvious that they don't like the net, and those are two different things. A player could be pretty comfortable in both places but just really prefer the baseline, or it could be an opponent that is fine from the baseline but they really dislike the net. And that's something you should be looking for as early as your warm-up with players, to see if they take overheads, to see if they like their volleys or not. Slice is a great way, again, to leave the ball short on purpose, to draw your opponent forwards and make them get out of what would be their comfort zone back on the baseline. So those are the three things that, for me, Z, come to mind right away. There's other opportunities as well, but those are the three main ones. If you just start looking for those opportunities alone, you'll start to see chances arise to use the slice that really can kind of flip the results in your favor, as opposed to giving an opponent just a run-of-the-mill drive type shot, which is what they expect again and again and again. So definitely use it to mix things up. look for those 3 specific examples, but just generally speaking, feel free to throw it in there and use it as a change of pace and see if your opponent has the ability to read the change of spin and have the ability to make the adjustment to hit a good shot back and stay in balance. So hopefully that was helpful to you. If you've enjoyed today's episode, do me a favor and click like on YouTube. Also be sure to subscribe to the Essential Tennis YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future videos, whether it be Ask Ian or instructional tutorials or Bullseye Challenge or Pro Footage. We're constantly publishing more videos, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. And lastly, if you have any comments or questions, leave those down below. Maybe I'll use your question in a future episode of Ask Ian. Until then, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Take care, and good luck with your tennis.